Hi, it's Larry Hyrb, Xbox Live's Major Nelson, here with Phil Spencer, head of Xbox. Phil, really exciting week with E3. We had some hardware announcements, including this little guy right in front of us. Tell us about this.
What do we call this one?
This is the Xbox One S.
Yeah, this joins the Xbox One family of devices. It's a great box. We designed it for a few things in mind. One's obviously size.
Yep.
You see it 40% smaller than the original Xbox. You and I love the fact that the power brick is on the inside.
It's inside. You no longer have to have that. It's one cord right into the wall.
No, the most innovative thing right here.
Look at this.
This is all you need. That is the power brick.
Awesome.
Has HDR Gaming built in. So for people playing Xbox One games, we have developers now that are building Xbox One games that support high dynamic range color. Now, if you have a TV that supports that, this will support that. 4K video streaming, 4K DVD UHD Blu-ray drive. Really a great addition to the
It also has a cool IR blaster on the front.
Yeah, you and I love that.
Which is a great feature.
So if you're using, if you want to use IR blasting in the room to control your media, yeah, you can do that. You see people today, they have to have Kinect in order to do that. You can still plug a Kinect into this, but if you want to get that functionality without the Kinect, it's actually built right into the console.
And then we also have the controller as well that we talked about.
Yeah, that I won't stop holding. I love the controller. We've added texture to the bottom. I think our team that designs controllers does an amazing job. One of the things they've added to this controller that I think just really fits into what we're trying to do, this is not only does it have the Xbox One wireless protocol built in, it is also Bluetooth.
Great.
So you get one controller that you can use between your console and your Windows 10 experience when you're playing games. So you effectively get two controllers in one controller.
2 in 1.
Yeah, no dongle. You don't need anything. You just bind it on your Windows 10 PC. Add a Bluetooth device, shows up. You can play your games that way. Yeah, I think this Xbox One S will be a great console for people coming to the Xbox One family.
Tell us about games.
Yeah, all of this great work that the team has done in hardware is about enabling the best creators to create the best games. This is the biggest games lineup we've ever had this year. Incredibly proud to see the work that the teams have put on stage at E3 and those games coming over the next year. All of this is about letting people play those games, playing the games on the best consoles we can build, on the best service that we have, on the best platform that we can architect month in and month out.
Now, there was a massive moment at the end of the show where you unveiled and talked about Project Scorpio and your vision for that. Can we talk about that and what that means for folks?
Yeah, one of the things when we think about hardware generations is traditionally these hardware generations get set and then they live for an awful long time. The hardware spec that you see and the capability of the box doesn't really evolve much. And we thought, starting a couple years ago, as we're thinking about where we wanted to take the Xbox program, hey, why can't consoles see the same innovation in hardware that any other device around you has? And we started working on a platform support to do that. And the culmination of that was the ability to deliver Project Scorpio, which is a 6 teraflop gaming machine, which would be a great gaming machine for true 4K gaming. Giving you a native 4K frame buffer so you can see games in all their beauty, or if developers want to use those 6 teraflops in other ways, they're free to do that. And also looking at VR and the state of the art in VR out there that's growing so much in popularity on the PC, and say, okay, we want to build a console that would be a perfect on-ramp for VR. That 6 teraflops is critical there too, so you can get the experience that you expect today in a console game in the VR games that you'll be playing in the future.
How should people think about Project Scorpio? I mean, they look at it like, wait a minute, new console, but you just said that you're trying to redefine kind of what the generations are in consoles, so this is a family, and you talked about that earlier.
You're exactly right. The choice you've had to make in the past between console generations is, do I want to leave all my stuff behind and move forward? What we wanted to do in the work that we've been doing over the last couple of years on the platform side is to say, hey, if you have an Xbox One today, we are going to continue to support you, and the games that we're building, we're going to come out on your box as well. So it's guaranteed the games that come out for Xbox One support the original Xbox all the way up through Scorpio. When and if you make a decision that you want to upgrade to Project Scorpio, all the investments in games and accessories and friends and achievements and everything you have is playable in that 4K experience on Scorpio as well. It is really one family, of a console family where all of your experiences, all of your friends, all of your accessories move freely between all of them.
And there's so much going on, and there's so much excitement now. We're really reframing what it means these generations with Project Scorpio. What excites you about that?
Yeah, I mentioned it earlier. Our hardware teams, and people don't see this so much on the outside, our hardware teams do all of this work to define what a console is at the launch of a generation. And then frankly, they spend most of their bandwidth previously thinking about how to make that box more cost effective for us, lowering the cost, doing smaller, doing things like that. Now we unlock their capability. I've seen what the live team has done, and we had some great live announcements at E3 this year. I see what the platform team does as they continue to add features for our collections and other things that we can do in the platform. Now our great hardware teams are not only thinking about smaller and cost reductions and other things over the years, they're thinking about those new technologies that are coming. A lot of those we see on our Windows 10 side. Right? Windows has always been such a great place for hardware innovation as well as software innovation. I wanted to bring that same rich ecosystem to the console space. I can't wait to see. Project Scorpio is something we've been working on for well over a year. And to get to announce it and talk about it openly with customers and developers over the next year is going to be great. And just to have a more open conversation about hardware innovation in the console space, I think is a great thing special to us.
Phil, I want to talk about the Xbox One S right in front of us versus Project Scorpio. Why should folks buy this now versus Project Scorpio later?
I like that you're starting with what choice do I want to make as a customer, because that's how we thought about it. We wanted to give you the choice on which products you want to buy. And this is a great price for a console that will play all of the Xbox One games that are out there, all of our 360 back compat games, and all of the Xbox One games that are coming. So this is a great part of the Xbox One family of devices, and it'll be, I think, a very good console for millions and millions of people. Project Scorpio is a true native 4K console. If you've got a 4K TV, if you're thinking about 4K gaming is what I want to experience, but I don't want to lose access to all the Xbox One games I've already purchased or the games I want to go buy or the Xbox 360 back compat games I'm playing, Scorpio is the high end of our line of Xbox One consoles. So we're able to go out there and say you can make the choice based on your lifestyle, your budget, what you want to go buy, but know that you're not getting left behind. And you're also not getting locked out of future hardware innovation. So we're able to build a family of devices that really will support you end to end.
Not only your games, but your accessories as well.
Yeah, like the Elite controller has been a great breakout this last year, seeing people use the Elite controller on the new Xbox One S. Obviously, a lot of people using on Xbox One today, plugging it into their Windows 10 PCs. That'll also be compatible with Scorpio. All your accessories, all your friends, all your social achievements, all of your games, most importantly, work across the whole line of Xbox One consoles.
Thanks so much, Phil. Phil Spencer, head of Xbox. Thank you for your time, Phil.
Thank you, Larry.